Satnam GDF family, this is Maharaj Kaur. So much love to you, so much love. Happy new moon in Scorpio. So at the close of this brief little talk, I will do an activation of this new moon. I'd like to say that even when we don't know or care about astrology, we do understand energy, yes? And energy is something that is happening all the time. It is the giving and receiving between us and each other, us and our planet, us and plants, animals, and then us in the universe. And so before I get into the new moon, I just want to say there is such a potency right now in the universe. There's so much assistance, so much help. If you want help, all you got to do is ask. And part of what's going on too is that the universe, it's wanting a relationship with the individual, with you. It wants us to be intimate with that. And how we become intimate with the universe is by paying attention. Think of it that everything we see, hear, touch, smell, feel has been made by the one. Yes? And that one is the maker of everything, this entire universe, and ourselves. So we're intrinsically connected, we're intrinsically one, and yet we do experience ourselves as separate, as an identity within this one thing, this one beautiful energy. And what I've noticed is it's talking very, very clearly to me. When I went away to Glastonbury, one of the things I brought back was a couple card decks, and they feel like my heart felt at the Tour. And this is the heart of the earth. So at the top of this mountain, this broken down castle that thousands of years ago stood as a peak of this island, Avalon, before the earth changes and things had gone on to change that landscape so drastically. And in that, there is just a very high frequency. And whether we go to these places or we imagine them, and there are places like this also in the universe, like some people are very cosmic. Like I have this affinity, I don't know why, to Jupiter. I'm not a Sagittarius, but I just freaking love Jupiter. And all I have to do is close my eyes and I can see her and I can feel her. And that's the truth with places on earth. So there may be places that you often think about. I want to go there. I want to encourage you to go there now in your mind. Get some pictures of it. And then talk to God. Talk to the universe. For me, this talking to spirit is a multi-dimensional thing. On one hand, for me, it is like talking to this vast universal mind that is playful, that is serious, that is imaginative, that can make anything happen, that has made everything that I know of, see, and experience happen. On the other hand, it is the avatars and the people and the places that this great Sophia, this mind of God has made. So it is, for me, Jesus the Christ and the Holy Family who has communicated with me since I was a little girl. I often refer to them as the origin of light. And what my understanding is like there is different collectives of this. So there's many families. It's like a family because a family really works, like a mom and a dad and a grandpa and a grandfather. And then like the aunties and uncles that make this pyramid of light, right? So we have this in the Hindu gods, and the upper echelon, and it kind of works down to the gods that are like walking amongst us. And to me, and I don't even want to call them Christian, what I would like to call them is Gnostic origins, which means that Yeshua, Jesus, and his companion Mary Magdalene and his mother, Mother Mary, and his father Joseph, and God the Father, and Mother Mary's mother Anna, and Joseph of Armenia, their uncle. All these are like these. It's a Gnostic family of light. What does Gnostic mean? It is they were taught that all-knowing lives inside of them. That to seek the one, that they must learn to go inside. And so in this Scorpio new moon, it's about going inside and trusting and feeling your feelings and guarding them. And I want to say this with all the love in my heart. Many of you are making big decisions that are not to be shared with just anybody right now. And more important than that, they are meant for you to sit with them and feel them. What does it feel like if that truly is my decision? Whether it's I'm going to take that job, or I'm going to move to another state, or I'm going to divorce this man, or I'm going to love this woman. Sit with it during this new moon period. Sit with it this week, because there's some activations coming from Uranus and Jupiter that are going to make sense of what you know you need to decide and what you feel you are feeling. So the message tonight is then honor how you feel and love yourself. One of the biggest things I have learned on my spiritual path is this: I have to be enough. What do I mean by that? My belief, my opinion, not even an opinion, my beliefs or my feelings that cause me to change things in my life are for me first and foremost. They're not for Tony, they're not for my daughter, they're not for GDF, they're for Marcia. They're for Mahan Rajkar. And so then that also means that sometimes I need to really sit with feelings, because the universe, the earth, our civilization is rapidly changing. In some ways, it looks for the worse. But this is because we are really tipping the scale into the Aquarian age. And I want to say the Aquarian age is ruled by Uranus, which is unpredictable. So here's the thing about Aquarius. It's about belonging and innovation. And things need to be torn down. Things need to blow up. Whatever you see in the world, please, please know that it was never working anyway. And what is going on now isn't good either. Pray for peace. Pray for the wisdom in humanity to learn to give up things they never thought they could give up in order to have peace. And think about that for yourself. What are you willing to do for peace? Yes? So, I want to help you be the best version of you. And so there is so many, this is the time of year that Marcia gets so lit up. And you know why? Because I'm in my Jupiter period. Of course, I love Jupiter. So when we are in our lives, we go through these 52-day cycles that make 7 cycles make up a 365-day year. And so the last period is Saturn. So just before your birthday, it's the hardest. But the 52 days before the last 52 days is Jupiter. And that's where I'm at. So I am always so into believing in love, so into believing in you, and so into believing in light. And so you'll see there's lots of juicy events. And Marcia will be front and center, just loving on you. And with that in mind, I want to talk to you about something that's happening this Saturday. I'm going to be here after my class at 11:30 to 3:30 with my good friend. And if that's too long, the last part is like integration and tea and stuff. You could leave it earlier as long as you feel like you're in your body. So we're doing this thing called Kick. It's Kundalini Inner Cosmic Activation. You know how some people like, oh my God, my Kundalini arised. I'm just like amazing. And then other people, I don't feel anything, right? Or maybe you feel quite a bit from your Kundalini practice, but you want to go a little deeper. You want to take it a little higher. That's what this experience on Saturday with myself and Eugenia. My job is going to be to set the stage with mantra and breath work via Kundalini wisdom to let her take you there. Now, I have done this experience with her a couple times, and it blew my mind. The visions I had and what they meant and what they were trying to teach me was life-changing. So this is why it's kind of pricey. It's not something you would do all the time. For those of you that have done psychedelics, there's a little element of it being like that. And the purpose of it is to give you insight into how to be enlightened, how to ascend in this lifetime. And so sometimes it will look at some shadows, but it's very loving, this experience. So even if I kind of went into some weird shadowy areas, but I also was given the truth about them and ascended out of them. It is something that is really helpful and I believe necessary for our growth. And that's why the types of activities that we're doing in November and December are for your soul's elevation and evolution. So please come on Saturday. And then back to the new moon. I'm going to do a short little meditation now. But the setup to that is this. We are experiencing a new moon that is the first of 5 new moons at 20 degrees. 20 degrees is Cancer's master degree. So this is about amplified feelings that are telling you the truth of you. It is about feeling those feelings and getting the knowledge from them and then cradling them, sorry about that, in our hearts, protecting our truth through these feelings because they're going to be expanding, because the next thing we'll go through is the 20-degree new moon in Sag. It will upgrade our beliefs. Then 20 degrees in Capricorn, and it will upgrade our decisions. And then 20 degrees in Aquarius, and that will upgrade our innovation. And lastly, 20 degrees Pisces. It will upgrade, seal the deal, put a freaking cherry on top, and upgrade our relationship with God. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Suspend the breath. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Suspend the breath. Exhale. With your eyes closed down, allow yourself to be sitting on the banks of a lake. And the sun is rising. And you see that the lake is still like a mirror. And in the center of that lake is this huge pink lotus with Goddess Lakshmi sitting upon it. There are 2 large elephants showering her with gold and crystals. And she is smiling. And her deep brown eyes are looking straight into yours. She takes 2 of her arms, and they come right in front of her heart. And energy begins to form in front of the heart of the goddess, molding this golden ball of light, a sphere of gold. Her other 2 arms, 2 reach towards the heavens and the other 2 reach towards the earth. And you feel this presence around you. To your left, Archangel Raphael. To your front, Archangel Michael. To your right, Archangel Gabriel. To your back, Archangel Uriel, bringing in the air and east, the south and fire, the west and water, the north and earth. As Lakshmi pushes this golden ball of light towards us, all 6 of her arms reach towards the heavens, and a grid of the Christ consciousness comes right down on top of our crown, bringing the Christed energy to earth, to mantle and crown this moment in time. Feel it, surrounded 360 degrees by the highest guard of angels, and the Christed crown lowering down to hold you in this golden moment, this precious moment of time. Behind you, in front of you, to your left and right and above you, and now you feel a presence, and Lakshmi's arms reach down towards the lake, and the golden ball of love is coming closer and closer to the shore of the lake. It is then you begin to feel Archangel Sandalphon sending up the Magdalene grid of feminine Christed energy from the core of the crystalline heart of Gaia up through her crust and into the root chakra of your beingness. Above and below, within and without, 360 degrees of light. You are a being of light, of love, of courageous wisdom. And now that golden globe, the gift of the Scorpio moon, is now hovering in front of your own heart chakra. Open your heart. Let the golden globe sink into your very own heart chakra. Let it submerge and blend with the energy of you. It feels good. It feels right. And it holds the gift of wisdom to be able to discern what your feelings are meaning at this time in your life. It gives you the gift of courage to take right action that harmonize with the feelings of your heart. It is blessing you with unconditional love and self-acceptance so that you can be empowered by these new feelings that your soul is revealing. Take a deep breath. Open your mouth, exhale. Over the next several days, your body, mind, and spirit will be revealing to you next steps, beautiful ways in which to protect these feelings, learn from these feelings, and ascend into a greater part of who you are because of these new feelings that you're honoring. Happy new moon in Scorpio. Sat Nam.